Hello, welcome to another episode of Master. Benji says I've heard too much of WP's voice in the past 12 hours. Yeah, on that note, today, let's just get in game straight. Today is going to be a lot like yesterday's, where we do like way less. There's a few reasons for that. One, the balance videos, I really didn't want to be as long as they are, but you know, 4 hours of extra content. I had very specific plans about what I wanted to do this week. And the new release, I haven't covered as well as I wanted to. And then the balance fucking thing. Like, it's weird. I'm really excited about the balance thing. And I'm really, like, happy that it's coming to the game. And I'm happy to be able to make videos, obviously, right? Like, who wouldn't? But I also, it's so weird. It's so much that I kind of resent it. Because I'm like, God damn it, man. Like, I thought I was going to have a Saturday and a Sunday to do X and Y, and now, no, it's just producing 4 hours of stuff. So, yeah, I've got like 3 videos that I still haven't made that I wanted done by the end of Sunday that aren't even my original plans. They're just covering the new patch that still aren't done. And it's 5 o'clock on Sunday right now. The sun is going down. The last light of the week is almost gone, and I've still got 3 videos to do. So, honestly, I'm just a bit stressed out, really. I'm stressed out, and I'm fatigued, and I spent a good deal of time looking at Patreon this week and really figuring how bad in the hole I am and stuff, and it's really bad. Do you guys, I'm going to mention this in, like, 2 different videos, so it's almost stupid for me to mention it in a stream as well, but you haven't seen any of those videos yet. Speak dirty patch notes to me. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. What am I doing? So yeah, but I will mention it, whatever, because today's really the day that I've had the realization. January's obviously over. On Patreon, I lost $230 last month. Last month I worked my arse off, but a ton of people basically said, "Fuck it, I'm not doing this Patreon anymore." Or they changed like a $5 thing to like a $1 thing. Oh, it's $230 is like a fuck ton of money to me. Like, losing $230 a month is really, really scary. And already, I was, like, super down on Patreon. I'm basically half of where I was. So, yeah, I'm very stressed. I'm very fatigued. I'm very worried. I've done a really long channel update video, like, and kept reworking it, and kept reworking it, and kept reworking it. Even though I did the first iteration was ages ago. And I've just done a whole big sit down and look at Patreon and the way I do it. And like, I'm trying to revamp it. And I've got a video for you guys on that as well, which I've been working on today. And yeah, I'm still behind on the Guild Wars 2 stuff that I wanted to do. I wanted to do my Guild Wars 1 versus Guild Wars 2 thing. And I haven't had time to do that. Just doesn't feel good. So, yeah, and then the balance. It's like, okay, you do all this now. So yeah, we'll see. Patreon's really, in particular, suffered since I started Master, which is interesting to me. I wonder if, you know, Master, obviously people are really generous in game. I wonder if what has essentially happened gradually over the months is people who once upon a time felt like I really wanted their support and they would use Patreon. Now they'll just give me some stuff in Guild Wars and they'll be like, yeah, I did a good thing for that Winter Potatoes guy. Even though, like, you know, an in-game item isn't anything, really. So, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to be whiny or anything. I've already got 2 videos for you where I'll be whiny. Well, let's just get a couple of these, one of the Celestial Challenges in, I guess. And we'll try, as well, to get some kind of AP or something somewhere. Not sure where exactly we'll do that. But then, yeah, I'm going to get back to it, because I want these videos done. I don't know if I'll get all 3 of them. But yeah, so we'll see. Hello, Geobite, Avralia, Benji, Jules, Jerry, Romez, the Pornhub enthusiast, lovely name. No, there's no need to do exclamation mark Patreon on a stream like this. No one really watches this, and especially not at the start. No one's around, you know. But thank you, I appreciate that. I wonder, since I got bronze there, do you think this will count? Wow, it did count. That is the easiest chest I've ever got. Whoa. I can't believe it. That was amazing. So people are going to look at that and be jealous. That's crazy. Do you know what? You usually have to wait for ages for one of those. That's fantastic. Yeah, Jules, I've noticed that you do, for sure. Yeah, it's just more people and then hopefully changing people's minds about, you know, if they've lowered or whatever. In the video, I basically explained, look, I think one of the things that Patreon is like people think it's like an exclusive little club over there where you get to just talk to me all day and night. And they do their little threads and stuff. But I really don't want to do that. I want to make stuff that everyone can enjoy. People have like equal access. So so I've never really done that. But I was looking through and I realized there's a few like unhappy or disgruntled posts over the years of people saying, oh, I'm leaving because you're not talking to me. And I don't know. I feel odd about that. I think that's a line that I don't really want to cross. So yeah, in my video I just kind of explained that to people a little bit better, I guess. Give up your Twitch sub for Patreon if it works better. No, you don't have to you don't have to do that. If you don't want to, just do whatever makes you happy. Patreon is basically the way you keep me going, especially in a dead game. I mean, it's not necessarily that it's a dead game. It's never had, even at its best days, the viewership is not like, I don't get ad revenue. Are you crazy? Like, what? I didn't even mention that in any of the videos. It's weird to me. People probably think I do get ad revenue, like realistic, like decent ad revenue. I mean, it's there. But yeah, I mean, I literally was still living at home until I set up Patreon, right? Right, like I'd quit my job. I didn't have any other income. I had a bit of savings, not enough really to move out again. And I only really got things going once I'd set Patreon up. And so if Patreon is now falling away, if I'm losing $200 a month, right? And I'm already half of where I was, in just a little while, yeah, I'm fucked. Like, literally, I'm fucked. I tried to be kind of positive in the videos, and I tried to be, you know, not whiny or, like, try to be too much of a charity case. So there's a really difficult balance in those videos. But, yeah, it's bad. So, I mean, it's not really a joke. It literally is Patreon why you get this stuff. I mean, I have to go get a fucking job. If I don't turn it around this year, then it's pretty bad. I kind of don't like verbalizing that because that seems very hyperbolic, right? But it might be true. Yeah, Eats Indigo. Don't worry, I've got a big channel update coming out about that. Don't worry. There's plenty to discuss in these topics. I just want to get good videos out for people before I do all this. I don't want people to watch like channel updates and think, well, this guy's a loser that doesn't make anything good. I want them to do that and be like, well, fuck me. I watched this, and this, and they were all alright. So, cool. You watched all the balance videos, but you thought they were a bit short. You know, I cut a lot out of those. I'm really scared that I've left errors in because I didn't proof check another 4 hours. I didn't spend 8 hours recording it and then listening back to all of it, plus all the render time, plus all the upload time, plus the editing time. I didn't spend literally 13 hours yesterday on that project. I cut it as close as I could. So there might be editing mishaps in there, but there's a lot of little moments where me and Boots, I thought they were really funny moments, but Boots didn't want them there. I couldn't help myself. I left his British voice bit in. He might be mad at me about that. But yeah, there was a lot of funny stuff. He was like, are you going to upload all the videos in one day? And I was like, fuck no, I'm not uploading all the videos in one day. They've already had a video. I'm not going to do 5 in one day that are 4 hours. And he was like, oh, your poor audience. And I was like, my poor audience? They've got like only a 50-minute podcast already, plus whatever this next video is going to be. And I was so close to leaving it in. But I didn't, so there's my little recollection. We were just laughing about a lot of dumb stuff. There was a moment where I was like, Boots, all right, what have we got for like Revenant or something? And it was like, okay, I'll read Revenant. Hello? Hello, what's going on? Yeah, are you doing all right? Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing all right, as you can see. It just made us both laugh, like he just stopped. And I thought it was really funny, but again, I don't think he really wanted it in the video, so I got rid of it. And I cut out a couple of my own little mistakes. Yeah, I left the plate breaking in, yeah. Oh yeah, and there was a lot of his dog hassling him. In the last video, the heavy armor video, he'd been sitting for so long that his dog really wanted his attention. So the dog was going crazy, like trying to get it. And I could hear him in the background, but I was just trying to like race through and hoping he could recover. And we had a few breaks while he had to deal with that. I say a few. It was 2. Only a few. Yeah, I agree. I actually think that we were really sloppy with the actual analysis, but at least there's a bit of banter in there, so yeah, it does sound alright. Well, no. I never did the balance videos right when they came out, Benji. They came out on Friday night. I was in bed. I read them on my own for about an hour and a half, and then after that, I went on. Dead Zeller! Hey, dude, it's good to see you. 32 months as well. Yeah, I was literally, I got to bed about midnight, and I went to bed, and just as I logged on, I was playing Monster Hunter. I logged out of Monster Hunter. I have like a couple of hours for just normal gaming, like nothing to do with Wooden Potatoes at the end of the day. And I'm finding an okay balance with that. But, yeah, I left Monster Hunter, and then immediately just saw that the Reddit had blown up with 3 posts. And yeah, it was midnight my time, and I was like, well, I'm not doing all these videos then. I just read them, shot Boots a message, and like a champion, he found time for it the next day. Obviously, his time was overlapping with the stream, so I had to do yesterday's stream early, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Yeah, it's pretty hard to analyze hundreds of lines of blah, blah. You know what I think would be really cool? If Guild Wars 2 had a really big community, if someone ran a little filter over the page or whatever. Holy fuck. Did somebody just give me $60? Whoa, is that because I was talking about how I'm fucked financially? Hold on, let me have a look here. I'll turn this on. To finish my anecdote, you could run like a filter or something over that page, and everything that's inline, basically the 1/3 reduction, right? Everything that's inline could be written in white. Everything that didn't quite get nerfed all the way down to 1/3 could be written in green, and everything over 1/3 could be written in red. Now, if you had that, just no color, greens and reds, it would be really obvious what has been nerfed and what has been buffed with respect to the rest of the patch, right? So, like, Meteor Shower was not diminished as much as most other skills. Therefore, it was buffed. And it would be written in green. And you could maybe have a yellow one for hard CCs as well. It was Sierra. Thanks for your awesome Guild Wars 1 playthroughs. I just started playing myself, and your videos helped out greatly. Wow, $65. Thank you so much. You guys have got no idea how much I'm cherishing these at the moment. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm really happy to hear that the playthroughs helped you as well. The more time that passes, the more I feel like my Guild Wars 1 playthroughs were kind of low quality content, you know? Just because the technical aspects of the video and the kind of commentary and stuff like that. But to think people are watching even those and they're helping them is really, really cool. Someone's leaving messages on Grimrock as well, Grimrock 1, and I'm actually surprised how good my mic sounds in Grimrock 1. Someone linked me to a timestamp of me rambling about what I enjoy about Let's Plays. And I don't really watch Let's Plays that much lately, and I don't produce Let's Plays. I haven't produced Let's Plays for like 2 years, right? The last one I did was 2.5 years ago. It was Rise of the Tomb Raider. Anyway, so this guy linked a moment in my Grimrock LP where I was talking about, at the time, so this is like 2015. This is Grimrock 1, not Grimrock 2. Where I was talking about what I enjoy, and what I was saying I enjoy is that people give little stories about where they are in life, and then years later it'll always be there and you can always remember it. And I gave an example. 2015 me said, like, I can look out the window and it's foggy outside right now. That's really cool that I could come back to this theoretically and remember that. And now here I was in 2020 listening to that because someone in 2020 has been watching that and timestamped me in. It was pretty cool. It was pretty, like, meta. It was nice. Nice little moment. Have I ever done a lore video on the secret weapon? Are you talking about... What do you mean secret weapon? There's a lot of things that could be considered a secret weapon in Guild Wars. Thanks very much, Tetsudo. Hi, Turtle Moji. It's good to see you. Yeah, $60. That was fucking crazy. Thank you very much. I'm seeing the hypes there in chat. Yeah, I've been playing in Iceborne very slowly, though. I just did my first Valhazak fight. Wait, no, not Valhazak. Velkhana, sorry. No, I'm not good with all the crazy names of the monsters. But yeah, Velkhana. I just did Velkhana 1. I think there's 3 of them. I'm going slowly. Mostly Kerry's helping me get through it. And Hamato, who occasionally appears in chat, was on the stream of the new release. The Ark of the Covenant one. Yeah, that's at the Dermot Priory. I haven't done a video on it because, to be honest, I don't really think there's much to talk about with it. You can talk about its history in terms of the attribute point quest, but I gave you that story like in the Prophecies LP, and then again in the Nightfall LP when we see the Solitary Colossus, and then again in the Season 2 coverage when the patch originally came out, and again when the Season 2 LP gets there. It's going to be there. I've talked about it in so many places. It's not in its own dedicated little video, I guess, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's a worthwhile thing to do. But, yeah. So there it is. 2 chests for the price of 1, really, I feel like, on that one. Think about it. If I logged in a little bit later and didn't get that bronze, I wouldn't have got the first chest. And if I walked over a little bit later, I could only just be opening the chest now. So for the exact same space of time, I really did get 2 chests instead of 1. The Tomb Raider LP was 2 years ago. Time flies and you're getting old. Yeah, I know. It actually really scares me to look at that. The most recent Tomb Raider ended then. And by the way, I was late with that series. You have to remember. I was late with that. I only started recording it about a year after it came out, right? And then a year after I finished recording, Shadow came out. And now it's a year after Shadow. I think at this point, all the fans I once upon a time had who watched me for Tomb Raider have probably found other talent. I mean, we've got to be honest. Right. That's the daily done, which is good. I don't need to do the race, which is good. What can we meaningfully get? Some more Skyscale things, I guess? Do some more threats to Grothmar. Still got a bunch of these to do. Let's do a couple more Skyscale things. Since I think I still have the tab open and all that. Reality Rifts. I don't recall what map we were on when we finished. Oh, by the way, I do have some messages from Chrysantha here, so... Oh, someone wants to join the Smart Club. Cool. Well, we'll look at that in a minute. And by that, I mean off stream. Angel Chrysantha, hi WP. I want to thank you for the balance preview videos. Look, they're being nice. It is look like it isn't as horrible as would first looked, since some arena aren't real changes. Only tooltip, unification. I would also like to say there is one build that I really don't want to see destroyed. That's the one-shot Deadeye. Ooh. It is fully specialized for burst potential, making it vulnerable, and use all utility skill for it. It is trivial to counterplay in PvP. If you are moving backstep, it's very hard to aim. Plus, all the reveal that is in-game. Okay, that is complete nonsense. One-shot Deadeye is very oppressive, and it's not easy to counterplay by just moving. Alright, if you land the Shadow Meld, or whatever the fuck it is, the knockdown plus boon removal, and you land it properly, it's very, very, very strong. But I'm glad to hear that you liked the video. Thank you. We got some more upgrades for Spud 2. Actually, I'll do that. Chrysantha also says, WP, I finally decided to attack your vanquishing areas is very hard. The early areas is very hard theory. Point 1. Your data is misleading, since Ascalon isn't really a tutorial area. The tutorial area of prophecies is pre-searing. Number 2. The enemies are only level 22 to 26. Anyway. Number 3. Groups are often small and often lack a healer. Number 4. Many enemies only have a few skills, including some that only one bad elite because on normal they don't have skills at all. 5. Bosses don't have elite skills to prevent you from catching them too early. Look, this is such waffle. This is insane. Look, it's still pretty much tutorial mode even after post-searing, alright? And whether you semantically break the game, your interpretation is different. That's irrelevant, okay? You can't even play pre-searing hard mode. So yeah, the earliest shit, Prophecies, 4-man, hard mode, is brutally difficult, okay? It doesn't really matter whether you believe it's a tutorial area or not. It's still the earliest part of the game that you can play in hard mode. 2, the enemies are only level 22 to 26. That's mostly irrelevant. The fact is hard mode isn't just bumping their levels up, it's bumping their movement speed up, their cast times up, their cooldowns diminish. I think it's all by 33%. And yes, it's giving regular mobs elite skills. So what? The bosses might not have them, so they don't want you to capture them. But they have elites, and they're much more challenging now, the regular groups. Also this, groups are often small and lack healer. Yes, the groups can be smaller, I acknowledge that. But they don't often lack healers. One of the hardest things to kill, and if you actually listen to my discussion about this, it's at the Frontier Gate was the first place I ever tried and I moved out. There's tons of Grawl around, and the Grawl Shaman healers are brutally difficult to break through in hard mode. Meanwhile, their like, back-breaking Hammer Grawl are absolutely devastating your group. So yeah, it is very hard and becomes immediately easy when you run like Sabway or whatever. So, I mean, interesting. I like the discussion for sure, but I will defend myself across the whole board of your points there in that way. Thank you. And then also, do you know there is a Raven Gate in the area that only opens after the success of the old meta that leads into a mini area that you don't seem to have anything in it? Also, what mounts pack you still need? There were the Awakened on sale a few days ago. Gem Store is okay, but don't let Crazed Potato destroy our first ever asocial MMO by idiotically forcing work with other players on people. I don't know what that last sentence means. I think I did go into that Raven Gate area and it's empty. Didn't I? I might not have. But thank you again for the Amalgamated. That's really lovely of you. Let's quickly get these Spud 2 upgrades. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me make sure I'm in Spud 2. That's it. Is there a way to join you in Guild? Yeah, we have a Discord. You go to the Discord. There's instructions in there. If Mana Works, where many of the OG Guild Wars devs went, ever actually go to do or come to anything, you could look into their game. Yeah, I think it's pretty much guaranteed I'll look at what Mana Works does, and I'd love to look at what Roy and co are doing, and I'd love to look at whatever Colin and co are doing, alright? And Jeff and that, you know, the initial split. And Eric. So yeah, I think that there's actually a lot that could come up. I'm especially curious about the whole Mana Works thing, I guess. But I don't know whether they're going to make a Guild Wars 1 analog or anything like that. Right, what did the mail say? But, you know, if I run out of money and, you know, things go on as they are. I mean, the thing is, it might just be because it's January and people don't like doing stuff in January. Or because, you know, it's a new decade. Yes, I know it's not really a new decade, whatever. And people are like assessing things. So maybe the fact that I've lost hundreds of dollars in January won't also happen in February and then March and so on and so on and so on. Hopefully. But I just don't know. And I don't think that I can wait on whatever's happening. You know, that's just ridiculous. I need to improve things on my end, which is what I've done. So there's an update video where I've like tweaked the way that I'm doing Patreon and I want to talk to people about it. Basically, like super Q&As are coming back. I'm actually going to host the first one of those in ages very soon. Oh my god, that sound effect made me think that my phone was going off. You post a video of a roller track you made? Yeah, you can, sure. Oh, I finished Plains of Ashford. I'd be on DSNX. Thank you. Cool. So we'll definitely do a little bit of that. I like all the pumpkins on the bridge. Still very Halloween-y. It's not quite Halloween anymore, but that's alright. Hi chat, 250 piles of Bloodstone Dust for Ascension 1. Do I really need to leave the PvP area to continue to PvP? Yeah, I don't know. Do you get Bloodstone Dust from PvP? I don't think you do. I don't think you get any of those 3 mats, do you? I usually feel light on those until I go back to PvE and then I've got billions of them again. The proprietor. Sorry, what? That's just the boost. Did the person I need to speak to come deeper in now that... This is such a cool area. It is genuinely such a cool area. I wish there was like meaningful gameplay here. Did you look into YouTube paid subscriptions? I believe a big bulk of your followers are more likely to pay there. Actually, no. I don't really know what that is. Like, I try not, I don't want to be greedy or anything. I don't know. What is that? Who are you? How fair's the money? What is wrong with me? Oh, I'll tell you what's wrong with me. That I'm not following the guild. And I bet if I've read that dialogue, it would have said. Alright. There we go. Right. Mining rate 4. So, we're going to produce Ethereum faster. It doesn't really mean too much since I'm a little bit irregular with this. But that's better than mining rate 3. There's Elderwood, Mithril, Leyline infused tools, Silverway shovels, thermocatalytic reagents, crystalline dust, 10,000 Ethereum, 300 favor. Voila. We're really close to being the mine done. This will be the first one that these guys get completely finished. That'll be the mining rate 5 and the mining rate 6. Next, let's go over to the war room. We can waypoint towards that. And we'll get the upgrade from there. It's the equivalent of Twitch subs. Is it really successful? I mean, I don't know. It sounds cool. I don't know how I feel about doing Patreon and a thing like that. Thanks very much for the sub there, by the way, Geobyte. 3 months? Or your 3rd month ever. 1 month, 1 month in a row. Waypointing, unfortunately, turns the thing off. Thanks, looking forward to being a bit more involved. Oh, are you the same person as... I don't know, that was someone I invited before the stream. Okay, so here... The War Room Restoration, scribing invulnerable for fortifications. This one here. Craft schematics to manufacture a T2 tactic that temporarily makes the walls and gate of your claimed objectives impervious to enemy attacks. So that's going to require level 28 that we can already claim keeps. It's going to cost us 20 smooth paper, 50 ingots, 100 leather, 20 crystals, 10 ecto, 100 planks, 10 onyx lodestones, 5,000 rocks, 300 favor. And the Spud Club 2 reaches guild level 60. That's it, guys. Only 9 to go. Only 9. And then finally, the Guild Trader 5 at the market. Yeah, the glide is pretty cool, isn't it? It's the Frost Flame one. It's their big money attempt over Christmas. Right. So here. Oh, we can't do it. We're out of Ecto. Actually, I can contribute the Ecto, though. Like, literally, this Ecto was just... it literally came from a mail. It's that person's mail I was just talking about. So there you go. I think they joined Spud 1, and this is Spud 2, but hey. So Guild Trader 5. Guild members may now purchase 3 items from the Guild Trader per day. It's 300 Ancient Woods, 300 Orichalcum Ingots, 300 Cured Hardened Leather Squares, 300 Bolts of Gossamer, 100 Globs of Ecto, a whopping 50 Mystic Coins, that's one of the expensive ones, 5 Trading Post Expresses, which is kind of interesting since that's largely tied to Black Line, but I suppose story keys can get you them. And then we've got Ethereum of 7,500 and Favor of 500. So very good. And yeah, wait, what did that do? Sorry? I read it out loud, but I didn't actually listen to myself or let the information go in. I was full on autopilot. Guild Trader 5. Oh, you can just buy an extra item. Oh, yeah, but no one will because these systems haven't been updated properly. As I mentioned in the Problems of Guild Wars 2 video. Right. So we've done that. Now we go to Diessa and we can start getting some reality rifts again. Sorry, what's this? Build video is always tricky with an MMO that always gets updated, but after this big shake-up, we might need another version of open world builds. I'm not saying it needs to happen. Yeah, well, looking at them, I think the only one that's genuinely, like, could really use an update is the Soul Beast one, because you can't pet swap with Soul Beast now, and I did talk a good amount of the pet swapping side of it. And I actually already had a comment back on that video. Someone came back and said, hey. So maybe I could do a new version of that. What I've got on my... if Icebrood Saga didn't just have a release this week, right? What I would have focused on instead this week is... build videos and some lore stuff as well. But what I wanted to do was the alternates. I wanted to do the elite specializations I never covered before. And then... Oh, you mean competitive? Oh, no, yeah. The patch was mostly competitive. Yeah. There's honestly not that much fundamental. There's some different stuff. I'd kind of like to look at Open World Reaper again, but with Eternal Life, right? 60% Shroud for free, just as you wander around all the time. It depends how fast it charges and stuff, though, and obviously the patch isn't even out. So there's certain things about the implementation that is not clear just yet, which kind of leads me to think, you know what, let's chill with it for now. But yeah, I'd love to do Condi versions of everything, and I'd love to do alternate Elite Spec versions of everything. The thing with that series is it actually got good viewers, you know, like, that's what, 11 videos I did at 50,000 views a pop. You know, that's 500k views. That's a good amount of views just from doing builds. So it's definitely something that I should look into for this year as well, you know. Southwest of the Blasted Moors. And there's lots of potential in it. And it wasn't like a pain in the ass to do or anything, so. Breachwater. 500k views in one series is not like, you know, it depends what the series is for me. So the thing is, these past few years, I've just engaged in so many things that don't go that distance, you know, like when I started with the audiobook. So it's nice to have done one again. It's like, yeah, this is what it's like. Why am I doing all the sky scale things? Is there an achievement? Yes, there is. Southwest of the Blasted Moors. I'm pretty sure I read, right? There, I see it. I wonder if it will take us on the Harpy Tower. Yeah, I agree. I think the build videos have always been easy mode content for sure. Yeah, money making videos, build making videos. I got nothing against anyone who makes them, but they are like, you know, they're what you kind of have to cling to be honest. Especially if you're just starting out, because they're easy viewership, and they're probably what I'll start clinging to a bit more as well. I like how these ones kind of collapsed closer together. Ah, you wanker. This is so annoying. Why does it... Is this a user error? Am I fucking this up? Someone told me that the rift comes back yesterday really quickly when I character selected. Yeah, so there it is already back. Nice. Right, there you go. It says it. 32, by the way. This doesn't actually feel that long, but it's got 32 nodes. And it's just because they come together really closely. I like how much volatile magic I'm getting. What can I transfer that into at this point? From doing all these achievements as we go along. Dude, I love how tiny Liz looks on this sky scale. Look at how cool she is. She's like a proper dragon rider. If you want the real dragon riding fantasy, you need to play like a small female Asura. I'm not even minimum size. On a the biggest sky scale you can. In fact, what you want is a max-sized female Asura, because that will scale the mount to the maximum size, while your character model will remain fairly diminished. You can maybe do it naked as well, so you look really small. But I look pretty badass in like this knight's armor, riding a friggin' dragon. Don't you think? Yeah, on the chonk scale, Dracarys. Okay, so that's the first one in Diessa, very nice. The other one is north of Redreeve Mill. Now, Redreeve Mill is one of these, isn't it? No, that's Bloodsaw. Redreeve, north. Watching the streams, you're getting the feeling you should get the sky scale for more achievements. Yeah, I mean, you do get more content from the game. It definitely, like, breaks the sense of exploration. Like, I can't deny that. In like a really punishing way. Did I tell you guys about one of the weirdest, like, nonetheless complimentary comments I've ever had? It was on a video the other day where I just had some random background footage and I like fell off a cliff and didn't glide and I took damage. And I honestly can't remember whether I did that on purpose, like because I wanted to feel the full damage or what, or whether I was just an idiot and I didn't press the bind. But it prompted someone to type like a paragraph about how I value like the integrity of the game, which was really sweet. But I also don't know if they were trolling, right? And just basically, dude, I'm getting flashbacks. We're right near this friggin' thing again now. North. How did I end up going so friggin' east? It was a very interesting one. If the person who wrote that is around, I'd love to hear. Here you go. Whoa, this isn't that JP, is it? No. I can say this feels tiny compared to what I once upon a time. Right, it didn't work, so I'm gonna wait. We'll see how long till it comes back. So I'll kill the bats. But there clearly is a cooldown, so I'm gonna do this and see if it happens. Yeah, well, I did top 10 videos for a while, years ago, like 2016, 15. I did top 10 videos, but people were really smarmy about it, and they told me that I was clickbaiting and stuff. Like, because I did a video, like, 5 things that you didn't know about Guild Wars, and I fucking did give you 5 things you didn't know, alright? It was 5 decent bits of trivia. It was a good video, but because the title, like, read a bit like a BuzzFeed title or something, people were really, like, kind of off-put by it. So I'm scared to do stuff like that now. Bit sad, but true. Fields of Ruin, the Hawk Heart. Well, that's just Ebon Hawk. And I actually think I saw a video of this. Long ago, I think that someone was telling Reddit on the original implementation of this that these were a part of the Skyscale experience. And there was a video of this one. I'm sure there was. There it is. Yeah, it's in the middle, and it takes you, like, over the gates, I think. Look, I'm not doing Guild Wars 2 Mysteries just for the sake of carrying it along, because if there's no actual compelling mystery to me, I'm not going to, like, waffle out a video. The closest you'll get is maybe the origins of the races and, like, fractal lore. But, look, I'm just not compelled by that shit. There were a bunch of mysteries and curiosities with the release of the full MMO. But Living World releases, I don't know, I don't want to do a mystery video when it's just like a minor plot point that's going to pay off in 2 months. Do you know what I mean? And there's the potential for that for pretty much all of it. Or there's the potential for me to do a mystery and make a big deal out of something in the Living World that really shouldn't be. So I'm just very off-put. The format, I'm really proud of the videos that are in that, but it's not really that big in my heart, to be honest. It also plays into the whole fucking WP only does lore stereotype, which I'm kind of resistant to. That's not to say I don't want to do lore, but Mysteries was just one format of doing lore. Where are we? East of Summit waypoint. Summit is the tent, right? Yeah. I kept seeing the word Summit and thinking it was going to be on a mountain, and I kept wanting to pan over to the Shiver Peaks nearby, which there's not even a map there. So where is it, I wonder? Over the tent? Under the tent? Wow, so WP used to write trash BuzzFeed videos. I guess he sold out long before he started scamming people out of their hard-earned Guild Wars 2 gold. Yeah, man. Yeah, I did lots of formats like that. I did the Mythbusters was a little bit like that. That was right around the time. I got so many fucking derisive comments about, oh, why isn't the footage relevant? Why isn't the footage relevant? If you go back and watch Guild Wars 2 Did You Know or Guild Wars 2 Mythbusters, stuff like that, I really put a lot of effort into those. Like, they're not great. They're not well edited or whatever, right? But, you know, I give myself a time span to do a video and I don't waste too much time on it, right? But I really started to put effort into the actual visuals and there was just no point. Summit. Yeah, Darg left a pretty edgy comment on one of my my videos about the new patch. He said I was ranting about Drakar or something, and basically waffled a bunch of stuff that was complete nonsense, really. But I was surprised to see it came from him because I thought he was I was surprised to see he was watching those videos. since he's got a lot of other ones he's been watching. Right, Skyscale Rider for Ascalon. And that map's done, I think. Yeah, the 2 in the Fields of Ruin. Next, we get 3 in Blaze Ridge. So the first is west of Tumox waypoint. So Blaze Ridge, Tumox. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Oh, well, we got it. Complete Coinky Dink. You liked Mythbuster? I'm glad to hear that, man. I mean, Mythbuster also was bound to run out. If I remember rightly, when I did Mythbusters, I wrote myself a list of like 35 interesting like myths about the game. Oh, you think that it's this, but it's actually this. You think that it's this, but it's actually this, right? Like factoids, whatever. And then I could prove the reverse. I wrote about 35 down, and then when I wrote the 35 down, I ranked them in terms of how interesting they were. Which I think is fair, obviously. And my idea was to do, like, maybe 1 or 2 interesting ones, and then 3 less interesting ones per video, right? So I'd space them out. So across the whole series, there was always some good stuff in there, but then the stuff that I deemed to be a little bit worse on the list would be filtered around. You know, obviously I didn't endeavor to deliberately add shit stuff, but when you don't have that many topics, you know, you can rank them. But what I ended up doing was just doing all the best ones in the earlier ones, and then I had this list of all this, like, in my opinion, mediocre factoids, and that was the thing that really stopped me doing Mythbusters, because I just thought, look, the next episodes of this are just not going to be that interesting. They're really not. It was a long time ago. Tale of the Star Gods. So that's going to be this, isn't it? Yeah. Makes sense that there'd be a thing near one of Krauk's crystals. You should always get more in the branded areas, I think. Well, maybe not. Dragon corrupted areas? It felt odd watching my video wanting him to be harder when Friday they did a guild chat about making him harder. Yeah, but people talked about the guild chat. That is a bad on my that is my bad there, really. I could have done better with that video because I think I recorded that video like at actually maybe I didn't. I recorded that on Friday. So the same day as the stream. I guess what I needed to do was know that the stream was there and commit 2 hours to listen to them to talk about stuff and then finally do the video at the end. Something like that. And then then I could have added that little bit in. I had a lot of comments about, oh, the guild chat's already acknowledged this. Because I didn't happen to catch it the same day. I mean, I'll just talk about that in an upcoming thing. It's one of those ones where I feel like it's going to be like right near the purple. It is. Look at that. It's in the shadow of the purple. It's a good song name or lyric or something. You agreed, but it was odd with the timing. Well, it would have been odder if the video was even later. I still haven't seen that guild chat. I don't know, man. The 2-hour guild chats, they feel like a real... They shouldn't, should they? I should be super, super invested in them. They feel like a real slog to get through. I don't think I can handle watching them live anymore. I think I would rather watch them when they're up on YouTube and put it on like 2 times speed. You know? So you do listen to everything, but if they're about to spend half an hour talking about something that really isn't going to be something I can regurgitate. That was weird. I looked down to see the buff right as I flew in, so I heard the ding, but I saw I didn't have the buff, so I thought I didn't have it, and then I had to reassess the fact I had the ding. Look at the white dots everywhere. That's kind of cool. What that's ended up doing. Okay, so the next one. North of the Lowland Burns waypoint. Isn't that where we fight Shatterer, maybe? Yeah, it is. They mentioned me twice. Oh, well, I love the show. Sorry, it's... I do like the show. It's just, you know, sometimes it's a lot when I've got other things I want to do, and then so I find the 2 hours. What did they say about me? I really haven't got the impression that they're following my coverage of the patches and shit that much lately, honestly. I don't know why they would either, because I feel like I've been really bad at it. And those streams we do where I just play it really casually, they're very, very, sort of hands-offy, you know? That you're a loser. There's this fucking loser that plays all of our patches every time. God, he's such a dick. Right, that's Blaze Ridge. Beauty. They responded to my comments on the Raven Gates. What were my comments on the Raven Gates? Let's see. I forgave them for being similar to Jackal portals, but I criticized them for being cooperative and thus undermining the necessity and the interest in actually getting experience and playing the game. Then when the patch came out, I complimented them further and said that actually the co-op thing had led to some nice experiences. That's what I said. I don't know whether they got the full thing. Look, we do a pretty pattern again. I don't know whether they had my full interpretation and which bit particularly they were responding to. But I think that's what I said. Did I say anything else? Southwest of the village of Scale Catch. Sorry. Yeah, in the Iron Marches. I skipped a map there. I went to Fireheart. Is this the village of Scale Catch? No, that's Dewclaw. Scale Catch is possibly this one? Yes, it is. It's weird. Why is this not the village of Scale Catch waypoint? Why is it just... Oh, no, it is waypoint. Never mind. Southwest. Find it somewhere. Get a lot of waypoint noise today. Here we go. Kabad says, yes, we watch you because you're exceptionally bad at covering Guild Wars 2. It's like enjoying a train wreck, right? I've really got a real problem at the moment. Do you remember at, like, Christmas or something? I mentioned I had been on a subreddit that was literally just a seething, vitriolic hive of hatred. It was just a bunch of complete losers, like, levying judgment at an equally scummy YouTuber, right? So I won't name names or anything, but a YouTuber that does their job quite poorly, is quite manipulative, is quite scummy. And there's all these really pathetic people that just sit there, like, watching every little moment of what they do and pointing out every little unflinching bit of hypocrisy and so on. Like, and they're welcome to do it, right? Like, and I'm not saying that it's mistargeted. I'm just saying it's really pathetic to care about that to the extent that these people do. Like, everyone in the whole thing is just sad. It's a pathetic person that's being judged, and it's pathetic people doing the judging. It's really crazy. Anyway, I mentioned I'd been watching that. Well, not watching, reading some of the threads. And I do find, since I did that in December, I'm, like, going back there every now and then. I think I've got a real problem. I'm, like, vibing on the hate. I think it's that thing of, like, it feels good to see someone doing bad because it makes you feel better by comparison. And it's a really, like, scary, hateful, like, angry kind of thing. But it's, like, there's a certain pleasure you get from it. And I realize I get this impulse sometimes. I'm like, oh, maybe I should go look at that subreddit again. And I literally have to tell myself, no, that's fucking weird and toxic and stupid. Don't do that. And I have to, like, stop myself. I think I'm actually getting a bit of a problem. So I kind of understand. I mean, it's so sad. It's weird. Is it DSP? No, it's not DSP. But I know people judge that guy a lot as well. I think, don't they? I don't know. Give into the dark side. No, I really think it's really dangerous and stupid. I genuinely think everyone that's involved in it should just get a hobby. You know, the best thing, if you want to kill something on the internet, you just need to pay absolutely no attention. I mean, to a certain extent. To a certain extent. That's not always true. But these people seem to think they're like warriors of, like, you know, there's some heroism behind what they do. It's really weird. And I feel the lure. It's like the One Ring calling to me. East of Bulwark waypoint. Okay, we found it straight away. I don't know why, but I just felt like that was going to be Bulwark, and it was. Cossage, I almost made a video today based on one of your threads. I can't remember what linked me to it. But, was it my subreddit? Did somebody cross-post you in my subreddit? There is a new post there. I haven't responded to it yet. But an old post you did about 5 months ago, you rounded up all the information about Asgear and stuff. And the little intriguing conversations. Sorry, about the White Bears, basically. You were talking about their whole kind of family. I thought it was really cool detail and some interesting lore. And I would have loved to have done a video for people about it. But I kind of... It's fallen to the back of the list now, and I don't think that I will in the end. Whoa! 50 emotes shared? Sondo1001 is gifting 10 subs to this community. Holy shit. That's crazy. And that gave 50 emotes. It's going to be dinging a ton. The people are Turtle Moji, Jujitsu27, Waitakumi, Metanawa Crower, Philinor, Kenny, he's definitely not here, Soulfire Spam, Wish Monkey, Butterwort, and Thornstein. Wow. Dude, thank you. That's very, very, very generous of you. And you obviously have your own friggin' 18-month badge there. That's really lovely. Well, I hope you guys enjoy those. That's really sweet of you guys. So, right, is that this map done? I think that is this map done. East of Bulwark. Yeah, then we go to Simmer. Fireheart is next. There's so many of these. There are so many. Maybe I should just use the map. It's like every map in the game, bar a few. Wow. Well, look, guys, we've been going about an hour here, and I'm going to leave it, honestly. That is it. I've really got to do this other stuff, like I said. Time's marching on, and I've got to get going. Listen, we are in February, and what I had hoped to do was have a channel update for you yesterday, and then some cool stuff today, and then a Patreon update the day after, and so on and so on and so on. But because of the build videos, I can't do that. I just can't. So what I'm going to do instead is you've got 2 new balance videos today, all right? Over this weekend, I've given you almost 5 hours of video stuff. So enjoy that. And the channel update, as long as everything goes well, will be tomorrow. I'll either do the channel update or the Ghost of Ascalon announcement first. I'm not sure which. So we'll do that, and then we'll just be marching on. So yeah, we're a little bit late. I know we're in February, and I wanted, we're kind of already supposed to be in go mode, but maybe it is considered go mode because it is a lot of balance discussion. It's just that it wasn't what I was planning to be going with. Anyway, so that's it. That's the stream. Honestly, thank you all. I hope you enjoyed. And in exchange for this next hour that I would normally be going, hopefully you'll get a couple of YouTube videos out. So thank you. Take care. And for the support as well, all those subs, that donation earlier, you guys are amazing. Do consider Patreon. All right, if I can turn around the $230 that I just lost, that'd be kind of cool. In any case, I'll spend enough time whining about that in the future. Until tomorrow, guys, same time every day. Feel free to check out the Discord, and as I say, lots of fun stuff to watch. Take it easy. See you next time.